Hey guys, I just wanted to take a second to show you how your Google Drive is going to work. This is something we're going to be using in all of our classes, so it's really important that you understand how you can use it and also understand how you should be organizing it so that you can always find things. So first, uh, you always want to make sure that you're signed in. This is my middle school student username. Then if you go to the grid, you're going to hit Drive. Think of this as an online flash drive or hard drive even. It's just a place where you can store all of your important files, and those could be documents, videos, pictures, anything. It's an online flash drive, and that means that you can access it from school, from home, if you go on vacation, from the car, if you have the right device. It's really pretty cool, and it makes it easy for you to work on your assignments no matter where you are. So anyway, this is what your main screen will look like. And just to give you an idea of what you're looking at, under My Drive, this is where all of your things will be stored. If you hit New, it gives you the option to create a folder, which is something we're going to do in a minute. You can upload files to this. So if you have files that you've created in Microsoft Word, or if you have videos or images, you can upload those here and keep them here. And same thing with folder. If you have a folder full of all of your reading papers from last year or your science projects, you can upload that entire folder to this place. You can create a Google Doc, which is just like Microsoft Word, a Google Sheet, which is just like Excel, a Google Slideshow, which is just like PowerPoint, and then there's even more. You can use forms to create a survey, you can draw, you can make maps, which is something we'll be doing in social studies, and then there's even more apps if you feel like taking it that far. For our purposes, we're just going to set up our Google Drive today and maybe look at Google Docs. All right, so the first thing I'm going to want you to do is create a folder for every single one of your classes. So you hit New, Folder, and just start thinking of what classes you have. You're going to need one for social studies, so go ahead and create a social studies folder. And let's see, it should be living now under My Drive. Yep, there it is. New folder for science. New folder for reading. New folder for language arts. Whoops. And let's go ahead and do a new folder for math, and so on and so forth. You can certainly do your exploratories because they're going to be using Google Drive, and even things maybe in your personal life that you want to sort out and organize. All right, so let's open up our social studies folder. It's empty, you have nothing in here. So real quickly, let me just show you. If you wanted to create a new document because you're working on something for me, you're always going to want to make sure that you title it first. So we'll just call this first, oops, excuse me, first social studies paper. Get this out of here. They always try to pop up tutorials and help bubbles that will help you to understand how to use their programs. All right, so this is just a test. Now, from here, this is a social studies assignment. If you do not put it into a folder immediately, it's just going to live in your drive. So if you click on My Drive, you see your folders, but you want to make sure that this paper actually goes into a folder. So there's two ways to do that. You can either click on this folder here, which says Move To, and when you click on it, I'm just going to select Social Studies. It's already living in there. Let me show you real quickly. If you create an assignment though, and you're not already highlighting a specific folder, so let's start another one real quickly. New document. We'll call this test document. Hey, you can use your voice to navigate, type, and format. All right, so test document. But now where is this living? If you go to My Drive, you see your folders, and then you see this document that we just created, and it doesn't really live anywhere. You want to put it someplace so that if you ever need it, you can find it. If it was something that related to science, pick it up, drag it into science. Moving it will share it into a shared folder. Sure, that's fine with me. So now when you go to science, there it is. And when you go back to your social studies folder, there that is. Something else that I really like for someone like me who has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of documents in my Google Drive, I like to make sure that I can find the most important ones. So let's take this paper, for example, this social studies paper we did. I want to make sure that I can access this and I can always find it. I can star it. This way, what will happen is in my Google Drive, it will live in not only my social studies folder, it's still there, but it will also be in my starred folder so that I can very easily find it. It's a really cool feature. We'll get into shared with me another time, but basically, if you're collaborating on an assignment, you have this social studies paper and you're working on it with your friend, you can hit share, this blue button, and all you have to do is type in their email address, similar to when we create an email. So I'm going to share this with my friend Allison Burley, and I'm going to give her editing rights. If I want, I can just give her the ability to comment on my document. I can give her the ability to just view my document, but we're collaborating. This is a joint project, so we're going to make it so that we can edit it. If I hit send, it will actually send that person an email saying, hey, I've created a document and I'm sharing it with you, and this is what I want you to be able to do with it. So now that it's shared, it will live in that person's shared with me folder. If somebody shares a document with you, it'll live in your shared with me folder. So again, if you can't find a document and you can't remember what subject it was for or what folder you put it in, if you remember that somebody else created it and they shared it with you, you can always find it here in this folder. They also have a search option. So if you can think of the title or even just part of the title, if you just start typing it in, so let's see, that first one that we called was test. There it is, test document. Click, and we got it open. So once you start accruing a lot of files and a lot of documents, it can become a little bit overwhelming. But if you keep things organized from the very beginning, you'll be just fine. Let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to show you. I think that's it for now. If I think of anything, I will post another video. So go ahead and create these folders and complete the assignment in Canvas. Thanks a lot.